You are listening to the Mark Lesko podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko podcast.
What's up, Steeler Nation? Welcome to the Mark Lesko podcast. I'm your host, J Rod, and this is Steelers Central. I'm still not 100%. I've been waiting almost over a week for this cold to go away, but it is getting better. I've finally been taking medicine that will actually help me. So this won't be that long of a video, but we got to get this out. The Steelers have an actual open opportunity to do something in the AFC. They have an opportunity in the North because the Ravens decided to not show up for that game and let the Bengals and Joe Burrow beat the snot out of them. So now we have a shot at actually gaining in our division. And the Bills have a lot of injuries on defense. So it's like, okay, guys, the run defense for the Bills is going to be bad. So we have so many opportunities to do something. And as a Steelers fan, and as a person who has put up with Mike Tomlin for a long time, I think we already know how this is going to go. But we never know, guys. It's just, again, I am now convinced that this team is just forever going to be a magic 8-ball. Let's see what happens. Whatever we predict may happen. We don't know. I just think the city of Pittsburgh is arguably one of the most just infuriating cities right now. I mean, I can't think of a time where an entire city, in terms of its sports teams, between football, baseball, and hockey for the Steelers, or in the Penguins and the Pirates, how all of them can just be the most inconsistent. Maybe something happens, maybe something doesn't. I've never seen a city that has embraced such chaos, mediocrity, and randomness like the city of Pittsburgh has in the last decade and a half. I feel like we have just never felt like we're going to be competitive or we're trying to do something. And here we are sitting at 6-5 right now with the Ravens being 500. For goodness sake, the Buffalo Bills have not been the Buffalo Bills this year. They have actually been a very surprisingly bad team this year. So I feel like, hey, we got a first comment, guys. Thomas James, yes, both tackles for Bills are hurt, but seriously, it's another game, another mediocre season. Again, we all know this. We all feel this exact way, guys. So, I mean, you're darn right on that. So I feel as if you're trying to take advantage of something, and the Steelers don't do that. Tomlin does not do that. I don't understand how we have an open opportunity to actually go somewhere, but do we feel like we can do that? Do we feel like that? I don't feel like that. I mean, I want to say that on paper and these names that we have in our defense, on our offense, this should be a team that should do something. And they haven't shown that, really. There's no consistent showing of a playoff caliber team. Like, I feel like as if I will definitely be doing that. So these people just need to find a way to find some form of identity. I don't know if that's ever going to happen with the ego that Tomlin has. As long as he's our head coach, guys, I just don't ever see this being something that's ever going to change. We're just constantly going to have to be at the mercy of whatever he wants to do. And it's always, I don't know what I want to do. It's always that inconsistent. I feel like showing up, I don't. It is the most infuriating thing, guys. Sorry. But ultimately, what are you looking for this game? I mean, the 5 things that I want to see from the Steelers today. Just number 1, please just play a full game. I don't care if that's game clock. I don't care if that's being the better offense or defense, whatever the case may be, just play a full freaking football game and actually look competent doing it. Like, I don't understand why in the world this team just refuses to not show up in that way. Again, I understand that sometimes it's the players not being able to mesh with the coaches. I mean, there's always that relationship that needs to be somewhere. You have to have respect. You have to have mutual respect and understanding with each other. And I feel like guys like Ramsey, guys like Hayward, there's a lot of very big-headed guys on playing. And the players, they understand that they know their positions, but they have to also take coaching. But then again, I don't know if these coaches are capable of doing that. Austin has shown so much inconsistency, so much incompetencies. Like, I can understand why some players don't want to play for this guy or like show up. It's definitely one of the more important aspects that this team needs to show. So that's the number one thing. Let's see. My two favorite teams are Steelers and Eagles. I am a PA guy in Georgia. Hey, awesome, G-Man. Hey, they've got some great talent on both sides. I always tell that to my cousins. I don't like to say that, but it's just these players have shown that they're talented, but when they want to show up and when they want to play something. So, I mean, it's definitely got to be the thing you show in the number one for me today. J-Rod, how do the fans feel about Tomlin these days? We all know how the fans feel about Tomlin these days, guy. It's just been almost 20 years of him going from Cowher's guys being in the Super Bowl, and they just refused to ever try to emulate what they had 15 years ago. And ever since then, we have just kind of been at the mercy of the players' talent, and hopefully the play calling works that play. Like, that's really what we've been seeing. It's just, let's see if it works. We're not trying to actually be the better team. We like to try to play mind games, and it's infuriating at this point. I mean, ever since we haven't won a playoff game in 8 years, I just feel like everyone's sick of this kind of approach, and he won't change. That's the thing. I mean, this is how he wants to do things, and as long as the Rooney family wants to employ Tomlin, this is how we're going to have to deal with how he wants to play the game. But number two, guys, for this game, I want to say that the number two thing I want to see is establish the run game. For the love of God, please, Jalen, Gainwell, I don't care. I want it to be Warren, but they refuse to try to do anything with that run game consistently. And I know Broderick Jones being out is going to be a really big problem for them to have to open up holes and get something going. But still, you need to try to solidify that part of the game. This is really what we're missing. We're trying to do this with Rodgers. We're trying to make these guys happy with Metcalf. I understand that these guys want to be fed the ball, but if this starts to open that up, that's what you need to work on. Like, it's just crazy. See, we are just trying to hit records and milestones, more individual accolades for Tomlin. With Cowher, it was team accolades. Yeah, amen, dude. That's a great point. This is what happens when you have a coach that just is all about him, knowing that he's great, knowing that he knows he's great, but it doesn't want to show it when it matters. This play has just felt, again, it's just all over the place. I just can't understand how 1 week we feel good and next week we don't. It's actually even in a series. One series they did great, and the next one they go 3 and out. They never want to show consistency. I don't understand why that is never the case. And again, it's the same thing with the run game. The run game needs to be consistent, because if that happens, this is going to be the game that you win. This is where you show up and you actually make it matter. Let's see here. The talent is there. However, it seems nothing is missing. You hit it. The run game. Yeah, this is what needs to be established today, guys. Number 3, I think Boswell needs to be actually involved with this game in some way. Like, I think we need to see the kicker get more of those big moments. Like, I think we need to see at least 2 or 3 field goals from Boswell today. He wasn't used almost at all last week, and it showed that it hurt, because if you had another field goal, you would have tied the game, maybe went into overtime and kicked another field goal to win it. But again, it just stems from their lack of consistent play calling and just preparation. I don't understand how a guy like Tomlin, again, just does this. It's just crazy. I can't get over it. It's tough to not say it, but it's just, let's see, Donovan, it's part of the culture, buddy. Quit acting brand new. Fair enough. I mean, I understand that I can be a little passionate about what I say, and I feel like as if I'm preaching to the choir in the sense like, we already know this, man. I get it. I do. But it's just what more can be said? I mean, what more can be shown? Because again, they don't try to show anything new. They don't try to do anything new. They're constantly just putting themselves in these situations where they feel like they can control things their way. And it doesn't work about 60% of the time. It's really unfortunate, but the bottom line is for the kicking today, I would like to see a couple of field goals from Boswell. Get that established. Sorry. Number 4, I think that they just need to take advantage of their situation. Just show that you can take advantage. That's a real big factor. If you want to be a playoff team, you've got to see that these guys are banged up. The other side of the ball is going to give you an opportunity to do something, and just do something with it. Number 5, finally, I want to say, let's show. I think what we need to really establish is like getting some tight end into a WR2 situation. Like if you want to use Washington, that's fine. But because Broderick Jones is out, I feel like they're going to be using him more to block. So yeah, you still have Jonnu Smith. Finally use Jonnu Smith or something like that. Where the heck has he been all season? I don't understand this. You brought him in, didn't you, to use him, and they don't do it. I thought Arthur Smith was a tight end guy, and I rarely see the tight ends being used. It always seems like we have one random throw to Roman Wilson, or we have one random throw to Calvin Austin or Skoranek or whatever, and they just never, ever show the consistent usage of these players. Like, this is why you can't be taken seriously. Like, the media likes to rain on you because I thought you brought these guys in to be game makers, to be players, and we're not showcasing them at all. It's unfortunate, and I feel like if you're going to start trying to establish yourselves as a playoff team, you got to do it. It's plain and simple, guys. So, man, these comments are awesome, dudes. I have not had this much comments and this reaction to a video for quite some time, so I really appreciate all the comments, guys. So, please, if you're not new to the page, please like and subscribe to Mark Lesko Podcast. This has been a lot of fun because these games have really just been a build-up to what the season has been. And, yeah, we've had great moments and we haven't had. This has been the most up-and-down team probably in the NFL, probably other than the Chiefs. This is crazy how us and the Chiefs pretty much have shown that we're not being like anything consistent, or we're not trying to be anything competitive. Like, it's really up and down this year, and the Bills are the same exact way. They're in the same boat as we are. Now we just have to realize that we have to take advantage of it. So, as a J-Roy, I love your passion and knowledge of the Steelers. You are real, raw, and resilient, and I appreciate that, man. I try my darndest, guys. I mean, when Mark said that I had an opportunity to have my own show in his podcast, I've jumped. I was thrilled. I have loved the Steelers since '95. I have been passionate about them since Big Ben entered the stage. Seeing Bill Cowher's last seasons, getting a Super Bowl win, and the bus finally getting one. I have so many great moments of the 2000s. We were so spoiled, and that's the thing. I feel like we have just been squandering all of these guys as talents. All the good players that we brought in. You think about guys like Cam Hayward are going to go through his whole life knowing that he had a career and he didn't have a Super Bowl ring to show for it. Like, that's just unfortunate. Guys like TJ, he's going to go down in the Hall of Fame too, and he won't have anything to show for it if they don't figure it out soon. Like this, sorry guys, this is just showing that the Steelers need to have some sort of bounce back. They need to really show it now. This is it. I understand that the injuries are there, but they will be back. They should have some guys for the Ravens game next week. This is right now clutch time. We are in that point in the season where we need to just be firing on all cylinders. And once we get those guys back, it should be a huge upbeat. Like, I just feel like we need to take advantage of that situation and finally show something. I mean, Mike Tomlin, I have forever just given up on thinking you can win a Super Bowl, but these players can. So if they do something great, I'm going to be rooting for the players in spite of you. that's just really how I feel about this. So let's see. Let's go through a prediction today. Unfortunately, in my preseason, I did say we were going to lose this game. So I do have to make the narrative that this is going to be a loss today. And we're going to be going into this Ravens game with the same record. Who's going to win this, matchup is going to win the division. I feel like that's really what we're trying to build up. And if we can somehow surprise me, prove me wrong, go right ahead. But in the end, this is what I'm predicting for today. In this game against Josh Allen and company, James Cook, these two men who know how to do stuff against a team like us who struggle with their gifts. Like, this is really what I'm going to bring it up. I mean, despite all the injuries, they still have Josh Allen. They still have James Cook. They can do some spectacular things, and we always look weak against those types of players. So in the first quarter, I'm going to say we're going to tie it 7-7. And in the second quarter, they're going to score another touchdown. We're going to kick a field goal, and they're going to kick a field goal, and we're going to go into the half losing 17-10 Buffalo. And then the third quarter, I'm going to say it's going to be we're going to score a touchdown, tie it up, and they're going to score a touchdown, 24-17. We're going to kick a field goal, and we're going to make it 24-20 going into the half or going into the fourth quarter. And then for the final thing, I think we're going to score a touchdown. So that would put us at 27-24. But then I think the Bills are going to have the ball once again, and it's going to be 31-27 Buffalo, and that's the final. Their outside run game with Cook is the difference between winning and losing. Yep. Again, you guys have Alex Highsmith coming back. They said he is going to be good to go for this game. Use your edge rushers. I mean, TJ and Alex, please feed off these guys. If Nick can't do it, if Peyton Wilson can't get something going, I mean, for goodness sake, show up, guys. I mean, there's a chance to prove me wrong, and I hope that they do. But I feel like the writing is on the wall for them to have to go into the Ravens game with the same record and see if they'll pull it off. And let me tell you something. The Ravens are a terrible team. They are an absolutely terrible team. If you know, I know I saw that game on Thursday night. Lamar Jackson looked completely mediocre. Their defense is a joke. So, I mean, I can't believe that people are trying to hype up the Baltimore Ravens where they are just as bad as we are when it comes to how they play and how they execute. It's just not good. They're not. So we have an opportunity to win this division, and for the love of God, all you have to do is show up. Is Mason Rudolph the future quarterback, yes or no? How about Will Howard's future? So I'll end it with this. That's a great question to end on this. Mason, he is a reliable backup, but I just don't see how these guys can move forward with his play that he had with Buffalo. It's unfortunate that he can't get over that next level. He is a great backup. He really does know how to solidify a game, but they had 2 costly turnovers, and he was the cause of that. So I feel as if Mason, as much as we want to constantly root for the dude, he's never going to be that guy. So that's my answer to that. Will Howard's interesting. Like, as much as we say, oh, the dude did spectacular things in the, summer practice and the summer sessions, like, yeah, it's great to see that he can show up in those situations, but knowing that he could never really showcase it in the preseason when he got hurt, it's a very tricky situation. I personally believe that Will Howard could very well be another Mason Rudolph. Like, I don't want to say that that's his ceiling, but seeing that he's had the setup that he has going into his career, and it's just an unfortunate timing with that injury. I just feel like, yes, you can build yourself up to be a reliable backup in the league, and there's nothing wrong with that. But knowing that Howard has the mechanics to do something, and the fact that he was a 6th-round pick, it's tough. I want to see that for him. I do. I mean, he did great things at Ohio State, so I don't see why not. It's sad the AFC East used to be the pinnacle of now it's the laughingstock. Yeah, it really has been. I mean, who knows? Like, the Patriots, for all we know, could win that division. I mean, Buffalo, you said the North. Yeah, you corrected yourself. Yeah, it really is unbelievable. Like, we always preach defense in this division. And we have all of them have good defenses except for the Ravens and the Bengals. Like the Cleveland Browns do have a good defense, but God almighty, their offense is about as pedestrian as anybody's. So yeah, it's a sad situation that we still have good teams, but not complete teams. We used to have complete teams. Now we're just lucky if one side of the ball is decent or not. Let's see. If Will Howard got back to his younger days at Kansas State when he was a dual threat, he would be the guy. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's an absolute opportunity. I don't know how he's going to showcase it. I mean, Rudolph would have to get hurt and Rodgers to have that ever be the case, but I listen, I'm looking forward to what they may bring with him. So I think that he has a shot, but it's going to have to be by next year. If they can't see him in the preseason next year to see what he can do, then I feel like they're just going to have to move on and see what they have else. I hate that that's the situation for him, but that feels like that's the direction that they're going to go. Knowing Tomlin, it's if you don't impress me, then you're done. It's a sad situation for Howard, but I'm rooting for the guy. I am. I really want that for him. So, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for commenting, guys. This has been great. So I will see you guys after the game for the post-game reaction. Again, please prove me wrong. I would love nothing more for the Steelers to prove me wrong with this result. I did say Buffalo would win this 31-27, but we're just going to have to wait and see what Tomlin wants to do. It's always what we're going to have to do, guys. So until that time, guys, I will see you then. And here we go, Steelers, guys.